There we go. Christopher Throbbing has a joke for us. Settle down, everybody. Faces forward. Stop chewing. Faces forward. Swallow it. Right. Christopher Throbbing has a joke, which requires some explication, as the French might put it. Or explanation, as the English might put it. The joke goes as follows. It's impossible, writes Christopher Throbbing. It's impossible to write a main storyline taking place in a sandwich shop. It will always be a blank or blanks. So, Ruler, what have you got? Oh, sorry. I'm having blankety blank flashbooks there. And flashbacks. Oh, start again. Okay, it's impossible to write a main storyline taking place in a sandwich shop. It will always be a subplot. Right, so... I think we need to start with literature, don't we? Really? So, well, let's start with short stories and build our way up. Because I think short stories are quite a nice start. Okay. Short story, I'm trying to ignore the sounds that my ship is making. I'm sure it's fine. Right. Short story. Say you've got 2,000 words. 2,000 words. Short story. You can't get shorter stories, of course. 6 words. But okay. Yeah, we just popped out, but that should be fine. That should be fine. I think. Hang on. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Right, so, and generally, if you've got 2,000 words, then you've really only got space for one element of the story. Or plot, yeah? So you might have a hero, starts from nothing, gets up there. I'm loosely paraphrasing Kurt Vonnegut here, so do forgive me. And that's all you've really got space for. You've got this plot here. We've got sort of misery here, misery, joy. Okay, now it might be that 2,000. You think, right? Well, we've done enough of these short stories. I want something bigger. I want something with more scope. More scope has terrible flashbacks. Blimey! Said the girl's playing netball. What is going on with the Rodian? Oh dear. I have a mental image of a particular... I won't name her. Not least because she's a teacher now at the same school. But, yeah. I have imprinted on my mind a particular girl who was, I think, a year or two above me. We had a pool at school, a school pool, outdoors. And... yeah, I remember seeing her sort of standing ready to dive during the swimming gala, and in my sort of lustful, pubescent mind state, that's just sort of tattooed into my subconscious now. It's weird. It's in slow motion. The sun is way too cinematic. It's quite nice in there. Right. Anyway, that's beside the point. The point is, we've only really got space for one plot in a short story. A plot is like essentially the narrative. We talk about the narrative being the plot. The plot of something is the narrative. Okay, so this is let's call it the A plot. Okay, A plot, and right now it's the only plot because we've got 2,000 words to fill. We can't really do justice to anything else in that time. I'm making a lot of broad generalizations here. But it's really just to get the concept over. Suddenly, you want to write a novella. You want to get this baby up to 50,000 words. This A plot is going to snap. It's going to snap if we try and stretch this out to 50,000 words. So what you might do as a solution is introduce. Okay, that was a ship going past. It's fine. Is introduce another plot. Okay, so that might be this plot here. And you'll notice in this particular B plot that it's sort of mirroring to some extent the A plot, except he has a happy ending as well. So, or she. We might talk to this about the B plot. Now, if you've only got an A plot and a B plot, you might then consider the B plot to be what we call a subplot. A subplot. Now, a subplot takes the plot and adds the suffix sub, a prefix rather, sub, which denotes being under something. Being under. Yeah? Yeah, so this is a plot which is beneath in significance, beneath the A plot. Does that make sense? Good, then we can press on. Now, the Earl of Sandwich is credited as inventing the sandwich. I'm sceptical. I'm sceptical because I feel it's such a rudimentary thing, the sandwich. The idea that some lord somewhere, who just coincidentally happens to come from Sandwich, says to his manservant, no, not like that. Says to his manservant, "Oh, I haven't time for a proper meal. Just give me a hunk of meat between two pieces of bread, and lo, the sandwich." So the story goes, and as I say, I'd be very surprised if that was the first time that came up. We play with our food, us humans, of which I am one. We play with our food, and you're not telling me that we've had bread and meat for ages and ages and ages on the table, and we've never done anything like that. Anyway, the point is, sandwiches come in all sorts of shapes and sizes, and there's one particular will that show? That's going to be weird. That'll do. There's one particular sandwich which looks a little something like this. It's sort of the sandwich, I would say, that a lot of American animators will go for. And we'll just do some vague filling in there. Okay. Now, it's considered that this... Oh dear, that looks terrible on the monitor. Sorry. But it's considered that this... that helps a little, doesn't it? It's considered that the shape of this is sort of like almost like a mini baguette, but usually on a softer bread than a baguette. Baguette is quite crusty. But here, before it was invented, people would just eat Marmite off a spoon straight out of the jar. I think you might be anachronizing your Marmite there. But yes, this was considered to be shaped like, and I'm going to do a little helpful addition to this, shaped like a submarine. That's a periscope. So these particular types of sandwiches are known as subs, to denote that. Submarine, of course. Let's go here. Hang on. Because I think this is quite an interesting point about jokes in general that are pun-reliant. Submarine. Terrible writing. So we've got marine, sea, and the prefix sub, which again means under. Yeah? Under. So under sea. So this is a ship that goes under the sea. Now, the sandwich doesn't go under the sea, ideally, because it makes the bread soggy. But the submarine is a ship that goes under the sea, and it's from the shape of the sub sandwich that we get the name sub. Are you with me so far? So we go back to so long ago, Christopher's original joke. It's impossible to write a main storyline taking place in a sandwich shop, so that would be an A plot. In a sandwich shop, it will always be a subplot, you see. So, by virtue of the plot taking place in a sandwich shop that sells subs, it would be a subplot, you see. So, subplot both denoting the type of sandwich being made in the sandwich shop, and also the nature of the plot arising, the status of the plot arising. And when a word has two meanings simultaneously, when a phrase has two meanings simultaneously, it's funny. It's one of the ways that things are funny, is if they mean two things at the same time. So, have I explained that joke to your satisfaction, Christopher Throbbing? If so, then we'll move on to our next joke. But we'll have to do all the things, because of the things. Oui, bon, formidable.